NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Brian Anderson with Grant Hill and Stan Van Gundy. And out on the sidelines is Allie LaForce. A look at Indiana's starting group. They've got Miller, Pascal Siakam out there with Ivica Zubac. Then there's Tyrese Halliburton, and it's Bottoms in at the two-guard spot. Still extremely early on, Grant. But talk about when coaches can tell if they've got it or not.
Well, unless you're a defending champion, a few games won't tell you much. What coaches are looking at now is how the players gel together and if they can produce consistent results.
Here's Andrews. What a tremendous game he played against Miami. Here's Lee. Miller pulls it in. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Well, the Grizzlies head coach had a few moments to share with me. I asked him if he's focused on a particular player in the opposing lineup, and coach stressed the message he delivered to his team about Pascal Siakam. It was simple. Don't bite on his spin move. He doesn't want his guys falling for Siakam's tricks in the low post. Back over to you.
Thanks for that, Allie. To the paint. Here's Siakam. Takes the assist and lays it in. Nice setup.
Yeah, sometimes I think the 6'9" length of Siakam surprises opponents. He's able to go through or over contact. And just a beautiful looking shot from long range.
Halliburton surveys the floor. Miller outside. Just 5 to shoot. 17-foot shot on the way. Nice spin off the left rim and in.
I mean, what do you expect when you give him the clear look? That's just too easy.
And it is dangerous to let him get it going this early.
Here's Lee. Last game for him, he picked up 10. Andrews. And there's Memphis with another bucket.
Rock solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from this.
Ooh, nice shot by Miller.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Pass to Coward. Here's Lee. Guarded by Miller. To the right side. Here's Coward. Fires it. And no good. His first shot of the night. Missing. Miller, the pass to Halliburton. Zubac, screen. Beyond the arc. And Halliburton with the three.
Yeah, you've got to be attached at the hip to Halliburton, especially when he's operating on the perimeter.
Well, Stan, after last season, the Grizzlies brass, quite candid, they weren't close to being championship caliber.
Well, it's a brutal business, PA. You can have a ton of talent, but sometimes there are just certain teams that stand in your way.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
And sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
No one covering. Halliburton's got 5 now.
You know, the shot of Halliburton is just so steady. Add in his driving ability. Tyrese is a scary offensive player.
Here's the bodyguard. Still without a bucket. Oh, he just jams it right over Ivica Zubac.
Filthy. I mean, just the arena is stunned.
He's got a deep bag of tricks to dig into. Back to Halliburton. And the Pacers tack on 2 more. Already 5 lead changes here.
Speaks to how evenly matched these teams have been thus far.
Lee, the pass to Johnson. Here's Andrews. 4-3. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
He's so open offensively. It's easy to draw plays from him.
Pass to Bottoms. Here's Miller. Trying to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. Memphis has gone 4 for 4 so far from 3-point land. Impressive.
He drops yet another dive. Just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
And timeout called by Rick Carlotti. We might see them looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. They're getting their first look of the season at the Grizzlies in this one.
Yes, surprised to split the season series last year. These guys have confidence in themselves against anyone they face.
Yeah, this is where it comes down to specific matchups and style of play. Sometimes you have a difficulty with the team that shouldn't be on your level.
All right, let's take a look back at last season and see the teams who collected the most second chance points. In third, Memphis.
This is a hustle stat. This team pounded the offensive glass, and it shows in their numbers from last year.
Pass to Bottoms. Halliburton outside. The three. Memphis with a rebound. They're coming off that win against the Heat.
Oh, boy. Throughout the game, they got after it defensively and forced a lot of turnovers, too.
Well, hey, if you can prevent the other team from getting into a rhythm, the advantage is all yours.
Here's Halliburton. The Grizzlies making their last shot. He drops it from range.
Well, there's no question he's carrying the load in this quarter, but he's going to need some help.
Some nice ball movement by Memphis. The shot by Johnson, no good.
Man, just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Siakam, right side. Three-pointer. The shot, no good.
Finding space on the perimeter, but he couldn't capitalize.
Lets the three fly. Miller pulls it in. Pacers trail by 4. Pass to Siakam. And it's the bodyguard with a rebound.
Well, that's the look he wanted, but the defense doing just enough to impact that shot.
And the basket by Andrews.
Yeah, this quarter's all about him. He's just dominating at the offensive end.
Siakam outside. Back to Halliburton. Launches it. Not going to go that time. Grizzlies lead by 7. Pass to Lee. Jacks up a three. That one doesn't drop. And here's Halliburton. He'll bring it up for the Indiana Pacers. Here's Bottoms. And Indiana misses again. The Grizzlies on offense. They're on a 16-7 run. Here's Andrews. And he makes it on the layup. Andrews has got 13.
Well, he has owned this quarter. A major reason they're up right now.
And timeout called by Rick Carlisle. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. Pacers trail by 9. Pass to Bottoms. Now here's Miller. Tight defense on him. And he gets that one. Miller's got 7.
He's looking very confident so far. The defense is going to have to account for him.
Here's Andrews. Takes the 3. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
I love how they've attacked the boards here in the first quarter.
Siakam outside. Back to Haliburton. Fires the 3. Memphis with a rebound. To the inside. Here's Coward. And the layup is good off the glass. Coward's got his second basket.
They're not wasting any time putting their stamp on this game. What a start.
Yeah, but you can't let up at all. They've got a chance to put this game away early, and they should take it.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot, guys. Well, the Pacers are moving as one. Coach Rick Carlisle said the thing I love about this team is that we're a true team. We're a group that needs each other. We work at communication, we're collaborative. We make sure our guys have a voice, and we're all in it together. Guys?
They win by committee. Thank you very much for the report, Allie. Checked in for Johnson, and it's Jackson in for Lee. Then for Indiana, Toppin, he's checked in for Siakam. Neesmith comes in for Miller, and Andrew Nembhard subbed in for Haliburton. Here's Coward. He was another key contributor in that win against Miami. Shot clock at 6. And again, Memphis no good.
And they've come out with a fearless approach on the boards.
Nembhard outside. Pass to Bottoms. The 11-footer. And Indiana again with the bucket.
Boy, oh boy. Both teams lighting it up to start this game.
Yeah, and I'm sure both coaches would like to see more defensive intensity from their team.
Launches a 3. Indiana with a rebound. They come into this one having outplayed the Thunder in their last game.
They really relied on the perimeter game in that one. Just consistent from distance all night.
Yeah, and what the heck were you supposed to do to stop it? Bucket after bucket from deep. Quite a show.
And so it's Memphis with it, after Indiana picked up the 3 with their last shot.
They're not messing around. 5 of their last 6 buckets have come from the interior.
Nembhard outside, puts up a 3, and it's the bodyguard with a rebound. Grizzlies lead by 6. Entering the NBA at just 19 years of age, G.G. Jackson has such a bright future, Coach.
Well, Brian, he was scoring 15 a game as such a young rookie. He is a scoring 6'9" league, and I think Jackson will grow in this league. To me, it's about getting consistent with the jumper for G.G.
Here's Nembhard, after Memphis picked up the 3 with their last shot. Inside. All right, guys, some stats here. The scoring breakdown for the Grizzlies.
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier.
Shooting 2.
You have to like the fact that they're not settling at all. I mean, they've really made a point to get the ball down inside and challenge that interior defense.
That free throw, no good. Good on the second one. Minute 32 left to play in the first quarter. Here's Coward. Pass to Andrews. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
Their ability to space the floor has been the story of this game.
Yeah, we thought this might be the case. You see a few of those go through the net, it becomes contagious.
And it's Coward with a rebound. Grizzlies lead by 11. To the middle. Some nice ball movement by Memphis. Stolen. Neesmith passes to Nembhard. And once again off the mark by Indiana. Jackson.
Can you say immediate entry into the highlight reel? Woo, what a tough PA.
It's showtime now, man. They've built up a lead, and they're starting to rub it in.
Defensively, if you're going to disrupt his rhythm, you have to put more pressure on him.
Pass to Coward. 5-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. From outside the arc. Gets rebounded by Indiana. Outside Neesmith. Out to the wing. Nembhard outside. Back to Zubac with 1 on the clock. Oh, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. So as we end the first quarter, already a double-digit ball game. Memphis ahead, leading by 10. And we'll bring you the start of quarter number 2 when we return. Great to have you with us. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And looking at what we've seen from the Grizzlies, what do you think, guys?
Well, they've used the fast break well to score easy points and keep the defense unsettled.
Yeah, they dictated the pace to this point, looking to run at every opportunity.
On the court for the Pacers. Second quarter underway. McConnell and Nembhard are in the backcourt. Miller is out there with Neesmith. And it's Toppin in at the 5.
Hey, if you leave a great shooter open, you deserve to get by.
Edey against Toppin. Here's Aldama. And a miss there on the triple.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. You just missed it.
Nembhard finds McConnell. Toppin, a screen on Jackson. And he lobs it up the rim. And a slam dunk by Toppin.
I would imagine it's nearly impossible to not get fired up after that play.
Grant, check these guys out on the bench. Their reaction says it all. They are fired up. Now here's Edey. Aldama outside. Takes a 3. Indiana with a rebound. Miller's got 4 rebounds in the game. Nembhard outside. Pass to Miller. And he dumps it down.
He put a little flair on that one.
Yes, he did. Man, he's a strong finisher, huh? We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Here's Lee. Guarded by Miller. Got a hand on it. And here's McConnell. He's scoreless. Pass to Nembhard. And here's Miller. And Indiana again with the bucket.
And guys, the way this defense is getting manhandled down low, you have to wonder if they're at 100% right now.
Here's Wells. They get back on track. They get it back. And the dunk by Edey.
The rebounds look too easy for Edey sometimes. taller than even most NBA players.
Here's Miller. It's a three-pointer. Miller's got 10 points in the quarter. Well, Grant, as more and more teams look to get up and down, you think that lends itself to going deeper down the roster?
Oh, definitely, B.A. Also, with the G League and bigger coaching staffs enabling end-of-the-bench guys to get more reps, it helps them stay ready when their number is called.
And here are the Pacers now. After the basket by Memphis on the other end.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the board.
Wells misses.
Well, you can tell he thinks he should have had that one. Even harder on him when he's got a good look like that and it doesn't go down.
Grizzlies lead by 4. Here's Lee. And the dunk to finish it off. Oh, beauty.
And this kind of six slam is just one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now, B.A.
You know, there's an edge the way they play and a confidence they're not afraid to show. Now here's McConnell. No points so far. Miller, yes. And it's McConnell with the assist that time.
Well, this could be one of those nights where there's just nothing you can do to slow him down.
And so Tomas Isolo calls the timeout. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. Here, let's see which teams racked up the assists during last year's campaign. In the third spot, the Pacers.
And if you have to ask, what's the name of the game? Well, it's all about ball movement for them. They love to share the rock. And we all know that assists are a great indicator of how well the team is executing.
Outside Wells. Pass to Andrews. Money from 17 feet out. Andrews has got 21 points in the game.
He's really finding his rhythm here. I mean, smart move to keep feeding him the ball.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's got to be the first option on every possession.
Miller can't get it to go. Grizzlies lead by 5. Skinny passes to Lee. Off target with the three.
Well, he started out with 3 triples in the first quarter, but he hasn't been able to connect from distance here in the second.
Puts up a deep three. Cleared away by Wells. For Memphis, they've gotten 5 of their first 11 shots to fall here in the second quarter. From deep, Johnson, after missing his first attempt, now 1 for 2.
Timeout. The unselfishness makes the next pass and enables his team to capitalize on the possession.
And timeout called by Rick Carlisle. He's going to talk it over with his guys.
You must have your Philadelphia shoes at home. Everybody Substitution on the court.
And so it's Halliburton with it. He brings it up for Indiana. Trailing by 8. Pass to Zubac. Now here's Miller. Goes up from the block. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. He's got rebound number 8 now.
I'll tell you what, they've been aggressive and they've been physical.
Memphis leading by 8. Now Wells. Here's Andrews. Another three for Memphis.
Even with all the threes he nailed in the first quarter, the defense still hasn't made the proper adjustments.
They need this. He buries it from 3. And that's now 11 points now for Bottoms.
They're having more success with the three-point shot here in the second quarter as they try to cut into this lead.
Pass to Lee. Stolen by Miller. Now the Pacers on the move. And then Siakam with the jam.
Yeah, when it comes to finishing plays, Siakam can beat you back to the basket, facing up and, of course, in transition.
Now here's Wells. Here's Andrews. No good from outside.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Siakam, pass to Bottoms. Nice passing by Indiana here. Oh, yes, sir! Halliburton from deep.
What a release. Halliburton getting rid of it.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Cameron Johnson stays even. He said, I just try to come in and do my job every game, no matter what that looks like. And as somebody who shoots a lot of threes, some days can be better than others. So you just ride the waves while you can and focus on that next play. The next shot and your results, they'll be the results. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Allie. Here's Bottoms. 35 points for him last game against Oklahoma City.
Also, he had more blocks than New York City, offering up some incredible rim protection. Well, we see this more and more. Big guys who can really shoot it from deep.
Up top, Zubac. Pass to Miller. Halliburton for 3. And again, it's Indiana with a 3.
And now he's dropped 2 3-pointers in each quarter.
Now here's Wells, defended by Halliburton. Here's Andrews. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Pacers trail by 3. Miller outside. Back to Siakam. Halliburton for 3. And it's Lee with the rebound. Lee's got 9 rebounds now. Here's Andrews. And that three's off the mark.
Another miss. He is struggling for the quarter.
He sends it right off the glass. There's the 3. On target from Ray. Andrews has got 8 here in this quarter.
His strong shooting has really helped them secure this lead.
Zubac screen. Here's Miller. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. Memphis leading by 6. Three-pointer. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
He's been so aggressive on offense. And with the results, you understand why.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
Fires in the triple. Halliburton's got 19 points.
Oh, 5 threes this half. The D can't contain this guy.
And so Tuomas Isalo calls a timeout. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. And let's take a look now at how the shots have been divided up between threes and twos for the Pacers.
Yeah, plenty of shots raining down from outside the arc. They're stretching out the defense and forcing them to leave the inside unprotected, which only makes it easier to get to the hoop.
Memphis leading by 6. Here's Lee. He's got 13. And the basket by Andrews.
He's having a remarkable first half from three-point land. He's been dialed in since the moment he stepped on the floor.
Here's Bottoms. He's got 11. Halliburton right side. It's rebounded by Memphis. Lee's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one.
And they just continue to dominate the boards.
Pass to Andrews. 1:56 left to play in the first half. That one goes in.
Well, he's been nothing short of fantastic this game, and he has his team in a great spot as this thing winds down.
Back to Miller. With some arc. And it's Lee with the rebound.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
There's no space there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without foul.
An aggressive move to a strong finish.
Yeah, and getting out in transition allows for some easy points before that defense is fully set.
Ooh, nice shot by Miller.
He is lighting them up from range this period. This team has made a concerted effort to get him shots.
Outside Johnson. Pass to Coward. Here's Andrews. From deep. Connects again from distance.
He's got this defense scrambling. Even when they've got two guys on him, he finds a way to get to space.
And he's making some team history. He just tied the franchise record for three-pointers in a single game. No coverage that time. Halliburton's got 22 points.
Can't blame the deficit on him. He's been scoring at will this period.
Pass to Andrews. Another from 3.
And he's now set the team record for most threes in a single game. What a shot he's got.
A lot of it stems from his confidence. Even when he misses, he's sure the next one's going in. Miller outside. Just 5 on the clock. And Indiana again with the bucket.
Ooh, how sick was that, guys? I mean, he makes defenders look silly with moves like that. Oh, what a miraculous shot. He's going to remember that one.
Well, that's an energizer boost heading into the next quarter. You know he's got to be fired up.
And so we've reached the end of the first half of play. Memphis ahead, leading by 14. Well, now a minute to check in with Allie LaForce. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
I'm here with Coach Rick Carlisle. And, Coach, I heard you talking to your team about closing out on shooters. What were the breakdowns that stood out to you in the first half?
Well, a couple of times there was an offensive rebound, and we just got to spray out and find shooters. That's one way that a lot of teams in the league are getting threes now. We just got to do a better job of finding those guys.
It's hard to be perfect. Thanks, Coach.
Thanks very much, Allie. We'll be back soon to start the second half of basketball.
Thanks for tuning in. Did you miss us? Before we discuss the game at hand, let's first check out the upcoming schedule.
You know, for the Grizzlies, when you come out rocking with 2 straight wins, you're feeling good.
Yeah, got to keep that out of your head, though. Each game presents a new challenge.
Now looking at where we stand after 2 quarters, it has been a difficult game for the Pacers.
If they watched film, they knew this was coming. It's like the storm rolling in just surprised them.
Yeah, it's hail and threes, and there's nowhere to run for cover. And that is going to do it for us. Let's get back to some second half action with Brian Anderson and company.
there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Pacers trail by 14. They've got Johnson, and it's Coward in at shooting guard. That's the group starting the second half for Tuomas Isalo.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
Pass to Johnson. Here's Lee. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
A dozen consecutive points off of threes. This defense looks rattled.
From deep three-point land. And it's the bodyguard with a rebound. The bodyguard's got 6 rebounds in the game. Another shot. And that one's good. Coward's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Have to take care of the defensive boards better than that.
Yeah, they need to pay attention to the details. Second chance points are backbreaking.
And Indiana misses again.
At halftime break didn't seem to do them any favors. Starting off the second half with 3 straight misses.
Here's the bodyguard. He has 7. Here's Andrews. 6 on the shot clock. Lee misses.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Bottoms passes to Halliburton. Down low. Over to the left wing. Shot is good by Bottoms. Bottoms has got 14 points for the game.
All right, they got one on the board in the second half. Now you want to see more shots start to drop.
With the explosive leaping ability, he's able to play center despite being undersized.
Back to Halliburton. Fires the 3. The Grizzlies pull it in.
Trying to get it going. Only 1 for 5 to start the second half.
Pass to the bodyguard. Fires for 3. Locked in. Dreams his 5th shot in as many attempts.
And this is what you want to do when you've got a big lead. Must stay aggressive.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless. Building this lead in every way possible.
Yeah, smart pass by Halliburton. Drawing the defense in and then kicking it out for a triple.
Pass to Andrews. Lets the 3 fly. Sure, from 3-point range. Andrews has got 44.
The calm in the storm, and these fans are feeling it.
He's been raining them down from outside. En route to the most triples in a game in franchise history. Season. In 3rd, Indiana.
They were so consistent with their shooting. Maybe not lights out, but they played smart and didn't let good looks go to waste.
Here's Halliburton. He's got 22. Pass to Bottoms. And here's Miller. The fadeaway. Memphis with a rebound. The Bodyguards got 7 rebounds in the game.
They've shown the power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
Here's Andrews. Here's the 3. Connects again from distance.
And what a fireworks display he's shown us tonight. Just keeps hitting from deep.
Man, he's just exploded from deep tonight. That last make, tying him for second in most threes in a game.
Yeah, moving alongside Curry's mark from 2016. That was the top spot until Klay took it.
Lee misses. Pacers trail by 21. Pass to Bottoms. The 3. And it's the Bodyguard with a rebound. The Bodyguard's got his 8th rebound here tonight. And he throws it down with one hand.
Well, their schemes have been effective, and he's been a significant part of their focus.
It's a nice passing by Indiana here. Halliburton for 3. It's rebounded by Memphis. Here's Andrews. Non-stop scoring machine right here. Here's Lee. Sinks it from distance.
Look, in that first half, he was hot from beyond the arc. And that's now his second in this half.
Zubac screen. Releases. And Indiana misses again.
He is really scuffling this quarter offensively. Perhaps a little frustration setting in.
Pass to Lee. And he lobs it up top. Zubac with the steal. Inside. No good. Johnson with the defensive effort. A deep 3. Oh, the Grizzlies get it back. Fires from deep. Gets the 3 to fall. He's got 11 points in the quarter.
They've had a hard time shutting down the three-point shot.
Miller with it. And he's got 28 now. Three-pointer. Halliburton drops in the 3.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Offensive board. Here's the pick. Here's Coward. Knocks it down from distance. Coward's got 9.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Zubac screen. Halliburton for 3. Another 3 for Indiana.
Yeah, clapping back. Halliburton matching the 3 from the other end.
Pass to Coward. Here's Lee. Guarded by Miller. Here's Coward. Clock at 6. Back to Lee. From outside the arc. With another 3 from Memphis.
Well-placed pass in the hands of a guy ready to attack.
Halliburton left side. Lets it go from deep. It's rebounded by Memphis. Lee's got 14. Yep, 14 rebounds for him tonight. Andrews. And again for 3.
And of course it falls for him. And that 3 pushing him into the record books.
Well, he is now tied for the most threes in a game. A night we'll never forget.
Yeah, matching Klay's 14. One more shouldn't be too much to ask.
Here's Bottoms. Yanked it in off the glass. Bottoms has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, he's playing great tonight, but not quite well enough to carry the entire team. They need to find some other contributors.
Pass to the Bodyguard. Here's Andrews. The 3. Good! Another from 3.
Unbelievable. Gets the record with a beautiful 3.
It's a new single-game high-water mark for triples.
And Klay Thompson's mark of 14 is finally bested. What a shooting display.
Here's the Bodyguard. He's guarded by Zubac. Timeout called. The Grizzlies. Jackson in for Lee. The Pacers also with a sub. Nesmith, he's checked in for Pascal Siakam. Here's Andrews. What an incredible scoring display he's putting on tonight. The putback. Controls the rebound and the putback.
Real smooth, guys. Great job with the tip-in.
Those are the kind of plays on the offensive glass that can tell you a lot about a player. Three-pointer, Halliburton. It's rebounded by Memphis.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Pass to Jackson. From behind the arc. Rebounded by Halliburton. Well, Indiana shooting 39% from the field in the third. Miller can't get it to go. And the Grizzlies shooting a red-hot 63% in this game. And it's Andrews missing. The Pacers shooting 47% in this one. Looking efficient. Halliburton for three. And it's the bodyguard with a rebound. The bodyguards. Some nice ball movement by Memphis. Skinny passes to the bodyguard. And here's Edey, defended by Halliburton. Jacks up with three. Offensive rebound. And the dunk by Edey.
The NBA, he takes his rebounding so seriously.
This dude is such a grinder. His teammates appreciate the effort. Just goes all out on the glass.
Well, he gets paid to be a factor on the glass. That's a nice dunk to finish it off.
And the Grizzlies shooting a remarkable 60% clip. Very efficient. Jackson outside. The three is up. And the basket by Andrews. Andrews has got 56 in the game.
Well, they wouldn't be in the position they're in without his contribution. He has tormented this defense tonight.
Bottoms passes to Halliburton. Zubac screen. 6 to shoot. Halliburton, good. Halliburton's got 11 points in the quarter.
And he has taken over this game. Halliburton looks like he's on cruise control at this point.
Pass to Coward. Here's Andrews. Launches it. Here's Edey. And the dunk by Edey.
He turns the offensive board into a big slam.
Wow, he was so well positioned there. Credit his anticipation. Now here's Nesmith. And here's Zubac. Halliburton for three. Connects again from distance. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable, B.A. Unbelievable.
Edey up top. 34 seconds left in the third quarter. Out to the right wing. 4-3. And it's Coward missing. And here's Miller. He'll bring it up for the Indiana Pacers. Missed inside. And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies holding a massive 34-point lead to end the quarter. Their efficiency has been off the charts. They're running their sets well with patience and purpose. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this. And we return to the action as the single-game record for three-pointers is being rewritten.
Give this man his flowers. He is putting on a game for the ages.
And a look at the five for the Pacers to start the fourth quarter. Halliburton and Nembhard make up the backcourt. Obi Toppin out there with Miller, and it's Bottoms in at the small forward position. Lee misses. And the Pacers with possession here. On the wing, Nembhard. Back to Halliburton. To the inside. Here's Toppin. Down it goes, and a great assist by Halliburton. And so it's Memphis with it. Pass to Jackson. Here's the bodyguard. Here's Lee. Buries it from three. Lee's got 33 points.
But we've been watching him hold court out of the arc. Just an unforgettable performance tonight.
Halliburton on the attack. And the layup falls.
A nice effort from Halliburton, working to get that point-blank shot.
To the middle. The bodyguard. Pass to Lee. And another three from Memphis.
The defense was just nowhere to be found. Because of that, adds to their lead.
Yeah, look, the truth is, he doesn't need much space anyway. But that one was too easy.
Halliburton against Jackson. Lee, the pass to Jackson. And there's a 3-second violation. And with top college players now getting big money NIL deals, the choice between that and entering the NBA draft has become a tough one, Stan.
Absolutely, B.A. Look, I think it's been great for both the NBA and for the colleges for guys to stick around, because the top guys are still going to come out. The guys who are going to be your top 10 picks, your lottery guys, they're going to come out. But the other guys who have nothing as guaranteed, they're going to choose to stay longer and develop.
Incredible. I mean, high energy in transition. Just beating the defense up the floor.
Yeah, the commitment to run is paying great dividends on the break.
And here comes the break. Here's Jackson. Miller pulls it in. Miller's got rebound number 8 now. Let's go with a 3. Bottoms, no good. Memphis has gone 2 of 3 from beyond the arc here in the 4th. Pass to Lee. Pick by Aldama. This one for 3. Knocks down the long J. Lee's got 41.
When you let a team knock down that many threes, you know you're likely to be on the wrong side of a run.
Here's Bottoms to stop the run. Knocks down the triple.
He hit 3 triples in the first half, 3 more since. That's nothing to shrug at.
Pass to the bodyguard. Stan, I have to ask, how important is it to have a big man in today's NBA?
That is a great question, B.A. And look, things have really changed. We went from big, strong guys in the league and centered our game around those guys, to then people wanted to play small ball and be more skilled. But now what everybody's figured out is we can get that same skill from bigger guys, and bigger and better is better than smaller and better.
Aldama, the pass to Wells. There's Jackson with the 3. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Dare I say, he's had a perfect game. Incredible. No misses thus far. A major reason they lead.
Back to Halliburton. Shot clock at 6. And here's Toppin from the arc. Memphis with a rebound. Lee's got rebound number 15 here tonight. Aldama outside. Pass to Wells. Jackson outside. Here's Lee. The shot from the low post is good. Lee's got 43 points.
Well, it seems like he's making everything. Nothing makes a coach happier than seeing your offense click.
And here's Toppin from the arc. Aldama grabs the board.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Some nice ball movement by Memphis. Here's the bodyguard. And it's off from 3-point range. For Indiana, they've gone 4 for 10 in the 4th. Nembhard, the pass to Miller. One thing you hear coaches like Steve Kerr say, let's not gift foul calls that you'd never tolerate in a pickup game. You agree?
I absolutely agree, D.A., and I think Steve Kerr has gotten that across to the league in the way guys officiate now, and I think that's good. Let's call fouls when a guy's trying to score, trying to make an offensive play, and we actually foul him. Let's not reward guys when their only objective is to try to get fouled, jumping into people and stuff.
Wells, the pass to Lee. Kicks it out to Jackson. Gets the 3-ball to go.
Such an effective shooter. If you lose track of him defensively, he's going to make you pay.
Halliburton outside to snap the cold streak. And it's the bodyguard with the rebound. And here's Jackson. He'll bring it up for the Grizzlies. Pass to Lee. Here's the bodyguard. Lee on the wing. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Lee's got 45 points.
And they've really managed to dominate inside.
Now here's Miller. Three-pointer. Sinks it from distance.
Yeah, despite them being behind, he's been impressive. But he can't do it all by himself.
Pass to the bodyguard. Back to Lee. From deep. The rebound by Tyrese Halliburton. Halliburton's got his 6th rebound on the night. And here's Toppin. Now Halliburton. From the arc. He buries it from 3. Halliburton's got 44.
Even if this game doesn't go their way, he has to be proud of his performance tonight.
Lee misses. And the Pacers shooting the ball at 46% from the floor. Miller on the wing. And he banks in the layup. Miller's got 5 points in the quarter.
Doing what he can to help shrink the deficit, but it has to be a team effort.
Outside Wells. Pass to Lee. Nice follow through on the fadeaway. Lee's got 47 points.
Overall this quarter, he's getting good looks, and he's taking advantage.
Three-pointer, Halliburton. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Pass to Lee. Now here's Jackson. Back to Lee. Over Halliburton. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. Lee's got 49 in the game.
Tossing a pass to the interior. That's what you want to do. Get into the paint.
Halliburton. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. The bodyguards. Wells, the pass to Jackson. With the fadeaway. Hits yet again. Wow! And that gives him 51.
Making it look easy.
Pass to Toppin. Here's Miller. And for the better part of a decade now, the league allowing players to wear any sneaker color. It's catching on, Stan. What color are those you're wearing? Is that lime green?
Well, Brian, you know I've always been known for my fashion sense. I'm something of an icon, and when I come on camera, people are watching because they want to know what the next fashion trend is. So yes, tonight these are lime green. Tomorrow, we'll just have to see.
Shot is good by Bottoms.
Well, over the course of the night, he's been taking shots he's comfortable with, and it's working.
Pass to the bodyguard. Here's Lee, guarded by Miller. From 13. Ooh, a little luck that time as it drops. Lee's got 53 points.
You really have to question the defensive effort on that possession.
Yeah, I got to agree. Their defensive commitment's got to be a lot better.
The bodyguard, pass to Lee. Launches it from deep. And Toppin pulls it down. The Pacers shooting just 38% here in the fourth.
And what a complete performance we saw from them. A dominant win in every way for the Grizzlies.
And everything seemed to go their way today. They were firing on all cylinders, Greg.
Yeah, B.A., this was the kind of performance you relish as a player. Just a very impressive win.
And they'll chalk this up as their third win of the year.
And they meet just twice, so taking the first meeting means a lot to this team.
And again for three.
All game long, the threes have been pouring in for him. There is nothing stopping his shot.
And you know this is already a game he'll never forget. He's trying to make it a game the world never forgets. Here's Lee. Back to Wells. Jackson with a screen on Miller. Off target from three-point range. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. For three. And it's Lee with the rebound. The Grizzlies on offense. Memphis takes this one by a big margin. Well, this might not have been the most competitive game we've ever seen, but you've got to appreciate their masterful performance.
And I'm sure their fans appreciated it too. We saw the outstanding defense and a loaded offensive effort. And they were just dominant out there.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Grant Hill, Stan Van Gundy, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson signing off. And now our player of the game.